we would love to know a little bit about you.
My name is Lisa Joy Rosner. I'm the Senior Vice President of Brand and Digital Customer Industry and Sales Enablement at Oracle. I am also the mother of 4 teenagers, 1 boy and 3 girls that I had over a 4-year period, one at a time. It's complete insanity in this house. And I'm looking forward to talking to everyone today.
In terms of now, you have been an employer, you have hired women and men. Tell us a little bit about how have you approached hiring?
So that's such a great question. So actually right now in my current role, I have 1 woman on my team that I hired when she was 8 months pregnant. I have 1 woman that I hired and right after she started, found out she was pregnant. I have a male on my team who is out on an extended paternity leave. And I do everything in my power to lift these people up. The women that I hired, the one that I hired who was pregnant, I had already worked with her before, and I knew her skills, I knew her talent. And I didn't care that she was pregnant. I just wanted her to get on board. And then we hired someone to cover for her while she was on maternity leave, and I would not let her work on maternity leave. I really think it's important to respect the boundaries of people when they're out on leave so that they can bond with their child and they can come back to work refreshed and ready to go. The woman on my team that I hired and immediately found out she was pregnant, I coached her through her whole pregnancy. And I bought her books and I talked to her about she wanted to work until the day she gave birth, and I encouraged her to take the time off to go through the nesting period. I made sure she didn't come back too soon. We had the right coverage, the right infrastructure to help her. And as she came back, well, first of all, I listened to her that, those first days back after maternity leave, just, they tear your heart out, even though the baby's fine. It's really hard on a mommy. And so I really support the women and the men on my team as they go through these important life changes and life milestones. And sometimes when people wouldn't advocate for themselves, I advocated for them and even taught them on how to advocate. It's important to work with HR. It's important for them to understand what rights they have. And then it's really important as a leader to put the infrastructure and the scaffolding in so that people can come and go. So I'm a senior vice president. We have a CMO. And there's one day where there was something really, really important, and they scheduled a meeting for 7 a.m. Mm-hmm. And I called my boss's assistant and said, in that meeting is someone who has a 5-month-old, someone who has twin 4-year-olds, and someone who's about to have a baby any day now. It is not going to be healthy for any of them to try to be at a meeting at 7 o'clock in the morning. And the assistant said, well, that's what time he can meet. And I just had the moxie to call my boss and say, hey, it is not acceptable to do this 7 a.m. meeting. Here's why. What can we do differently? How about we try to do it today at 4:30 before everyone has to go pick up their kids? And he said, oh, that makes total sense to me. And so one of the things I've learned in life, and this goes across everything, is that you don't get what you don't ask for. And so sure, it's really easy. The boss's boss said, let's have a meeting at 7 a.m. And everyone's like, yes, sir. But I think it's really important. This person, my boss, has a child of his own. And I think it's important, we are all human beings. And I think it's really important to do good work, to stay focused, to demonstrate your value every day, to be very concrete in the work that you do and the work that you deliver. But it's also important to be a person in the workforce, because everyone's got a heartbeat.
What advice do you have for new managers out there?
Oh, for new managers. So first of all, male or female, and whether you're hiring male or female, the most important advice I have for managers to start with is take time to understand who you are and what you're good at and what you're not good at. so that when you build a team, you build a team of people that foil you, that complement you. And then I think it's really important to make the goals and the outcomes and the timelines very clear to your team, and then empower people to just do good work. Be there to take the obstacles out of the way, celebrate the successes, and hire people, like learn how to trust. Hire people that you can trust so that you can trust them and let them be fulfilled. Because as I said, people who are happy at home are happy at work, and people who are happy at work are happier at home. It's a symbiosis. And you have to, as a manager, especially as a new manager, you have to learn how to trust people, and you can't try to do everything yourself. And the other thing is that sometimes it might not get done the way you would do it, but it would still get done well. And it's really important to build very diverse teams, all ages, all genders, all stages of life, all backgrounds, because when you have that kind of tapestry, the best work comes to life. And when you let people be who they are, they will give back to you tenfold.
Thank you so much, Lisa. Thanks for sharing what new managers should be looking out for. This is extremely helpful. Thank you.
And thank you so much for having me.